This woman with an IQ of 160 just took one look. She could tell that there was something wrong with the evidence the police had found. She helplessly said that the date of the evidence video was wrong. Detective Kara Dyke was unhappy that Morgan spoke casually, and Morgan didn't plan to tell them too much. At this time, the sheriff stopped her. He asked Morgan where she could tell that the date was wrong. Morgan started her analysis. First, from the trees in the video, she could tell that the wind was blowing from south to north, and the wind direction in Los Angeles only blows from south to north in summer, especially during the period from mid-July to September. But when late autumn comes, the wind direction will change to blowing from north to south. So this video must be a scene from a few months ago. Kara Dyke, unconvinced, asked Morgan how she could tell the wind direction from the video, and Morgan's next words directly shocked everyone. She said that there was a church behind the woman in the video. The church must be facing east, because around the 8th century, the priest built the church facing east, so that the sun would rise behind them, making the priest look more sacred and impressive. At this time, Kara's assistant, Daphne, searched online. Sure enough, all the churches she could find were facing east, so Morgan's reasoning was quite correct. The date of this video was deliberately changed by someone. Morgan thought she could leave. She left without looking back. But the sheriff stopped her, because they couldn't figure out why Morgan knew how to reason. More importantly, with her talent, why was she only working as a cleaner? Morgan didn't hide anything. She said that although she had an IQ of 160, she suffered from severe obsessive-compulsive disorder. Because her thoughts were always out of control, she couldn't have a stable job. After saying all this, Morgan left, and the sheriff had an idea in his mind. Not long ago, Morgan, who got the job of cleaning the police station, accidentally knocked over the file box. When she saw the photos of the crime scene, a man was assassinated and his wife went missing in a strange way. The police identified the man's wife, Lynette, as a suspect who fled after committing the crime. But after Morgan analyzed it, she thought that the man's wife was not a suspect but a victim. Later, she also helped the police analyze that there must be a third person at the crime scene. The sheriff saw Morgan's potential. She wanted Morgan to assist the police in investigating this case. But the woman refused. After Morgan just came out of the police station, she saw a beautiful girl crying at the door. After communicating with her, she knew that this girl was Lynette's daughter, Letty. Looking at the girl's sad appearance, after all, she had just lost her father and her mother was still missing. Morgan felt sorry for her and sat down to comfort Letty. During the communication, she also saw the photos Lynette sent to her daughter. Looking at the girl so sad, Morgan comforted Letty like a mother. When Letty went to cooperate with the police for investigation, the sheriff found Morgan again. He wanted to ask her to assist the police in investigating this case again. And this time, when Morgan saw Letty not far away, she chose to agree.
You got it.
In this way, Morgan joined Kara Dyke's team. Although the man was very reluctant, because of the sheriff's arrangement, he still chose to let Morgan join. Then they went to meet Lynette's sister, Sophia, because this woman was the last person Lynette talked to on the phone. During Kara Dyke's questioning of Sophia, Morgan unceremoniously started looking around the house. She even casually started playing with the things in the house. This made Kara Dyke a little unhappy. So just after coming out of Sophia's house, he told Morgan to stay in the car and not come out, and she wasn't allowed to participate in the task of searching Lynette's office. Sensing that she was being discriminated against, Morgan, in a rage, chose to leave directly. Next, Kara Dyke went to the law firm where Lynette worked, because not long ago, he learned a piece of news from Letty, that a woman named Sarah had written a letter to Lynette. After seeing this letter, Letty's parents started having relationship problems. So Kara Dyke came to the law firm and wanted to find that letter in Lynette's office. But the person in charge of the firm refused his request on the grounds that it was against the rules, unless Kara Dyke could produce a search warrant. Not being able to enter Lynette's office smoothly, this made Kara Dyke a little frustrated. However, at this time, Morgan suddenly appeared in front of him, and she took out the letter written by Sarah. It turned out that after she left earlier, she didn't just idle around. Using her identity as a cleaner, she successfully entered Lynette's office. And according to the calendar records left by Lynette, she correctly analyzed the password of the safe. Then she successfully got that letter. And from the content of the letter, it turned out that this woman named Sarah was a legal assistant, and Lynette's boss, Brian Damon, had sexually harassed Sarah. For this, Sarah found Lynette and wanted her to help herself. And after Damon knew about it, he took a series of actions. This wasn't the first time Damon had done such a thing. The girl who appeared in the previous video had also been harassed. So Morgan suggested that Kara arrest Damon immediately. But Kara disagreed, because the letter Morgan got couldn't be used as normal evidence. After all, the law didn't allow it. The two had different opinions again, so they quarreled again. As a result, Morgan was defeated. She could only follow Kara's opinion and return the letter.
And then what?
And then we're gonna go talk to Brian Diamond.